should be made permanent. This video, I'll be sharing the latest updates on the UK care worker visa. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're joining me for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in my beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, I want to say thank you guys for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate it. God bless you. If you're new to this channel, I create content on how you can relocate to the UK, jobs with visa sponsorship in the UK immigration updates, scholarships in the UK, like everything you can think about the UK. So if you're someone who is interested in such content, do hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're going to be the very first person to see that video. So guys, let's quickly dive right into today's video. Before I talk about the latest updates about the care worker visa, just in case you're new to this channel and you don't know what the care worker visa is. So the care worker visa is a visa that allows people to apply for jobs from overseas as carers to come to the UK to work. And this visa allows you to come with your family, your children, your wife, your husband, like your dependents to the UK. And the good thing about the care worker visa is that you don't have to pay for IHS, which is your health insurance, for you and your dependents. So this visa has helped a lot of people to migrate to the UK within the last 1 year. This particular visa was launched on the 15th of February 2022, and it was meant to last for 1 year to be reviewed on the 15th of February 2023. I've been receiving a lot of questions regarding the care worker visa, asking me if the care worker visa is coming to an end on the 15th of February, which is why I had to do a thorough research and found out some very good news about the care worker visa, which I'm going to be sharing with you in this video. When the government launched the care worker visa, they didn't mention that it's going to be there for 1 year and after 1 year it's going to stop. No, they didn't say that. They said in the publication and in the announcement, I filmed a video on that after 12 months it's going to be reviewed and to see if it will continue or they will put a stop to it. The Migration Advisory Committee, which is MAC, have done a review on this care worker visa. They have made some recommendations for the UK government, which I know and I strongly believe that the UK government is going to take note of that and see how they can implement that. MAC have done the review and they have seen that carers are still needed in the UK, whether we like it or not. Like we know, NHS has been striking for I think almost a week now, if you have been following the news. And if the NHS is striking because of pay rise and at the same time the government comes to say that they don't want the care worker visa, then that means a lot of people will be dying in the UK because a lot of aged people, a lot of people in the hospital, like a lot of people are dependent on the care workers. Some care homes that also depend on NHS staff during the strike, I heard that some of them were not able to get carers to look after them. And you can imagine what that is, that if they have to stop this, a lot of care workers will not be able to migrate to the UK. A lot of them are resigning in the UK, and come to think of it, NHS has been going on strike off and on because of pay rise. Thank God that the government is doing something about it. So during the review, they made 13 recommendations that the UK government should implement regarding the care worker visa. So I'm going to share the most important ones with you in this video, so this video will not be too long. So the first recommendation they made, we recommend that the government introduces a fully funded minimum rate of pay for care workers in England that is above the national living wage, where care is being provided through public funds. As a minimum starting point, we would recommend a level of £10.50 per hour to be implemented immediately. So we all know that the current pay rate on the care worker visa is £10.10, but bear in mind that some care homes actually pay more than £10.50. But this is just a standard recommendation, which means that if you're a carer, you're coming to the UK to work, you should earn a minimum of £10.50. Same time, you could be very lucky to get a job that will pay you more than £10.50 per hour. So that is the first recommendation, which I think is a very good thing for us. Now, the second recommendation is we recommend that workers in social care should be paid for the hours while at work, whether this is time spent traveling or sleeping, whilst these hours are not being properly compensated. Low paid workers are being underpaid for their time spent at work, where care is being provided through public funds. Those funds should increase to fully reflect the additional cost involved. So like we all know, There was this video I shared about a carer that came to the UK recently that went to court on the 13th of January. One of the things that really got her upset is that she's a domiciliary carer and she's not paid during the hours that she spends traveling. But right now, Mark is recommending that in England, this has been approved in Ireland, but now they are recommending that in England, it should also be approved, which for me I think is fair enough, that if you come out from the house as a carer, let's say 7 a.m. and you work till about 3 p.m, you should be paid for the hours you have worked from that 7 a.m. till 3 p.m. You should be paid for. But currently, some care homes are not doing that. Some care homes, if you start your shift 6 a.m. and you're meant to finish at 3 p.m. in the afternoon, the time you spend traveling is not being covered. They don't pay for it, which is why a lot of carers are resigning, which is why a lot of carers are not happy. But now with this recommendation, they are asking that the government should implement it, which means that if the government implements it, if you're working as a carer, the time you spend on the road to get to the next client or to get to the next service user, you get paid for it, which for me is a fantastic news. So the third recommendation they have made, we recommend the removal of immigration skills charge, which is the ISC, for all healthcare workers, which is the health and care worker visas. On balance, we recommend maintaining the current salary threshold for health and care worker visa, which means that they are recommending that the government should not increase the £20,480 per annum that the healthcare worker is supposed to earn to be eligible to apply for the visa. So they are recommending that that should remain the same. Another recommendation they have made is that they do not recommend any changes to English language requirement for migrants on the health and care worker route. So the current IELTS scores you need for you to apply for the healthcare worker visa is 4, which means that you have to score 4 in all of the 4 courses. And Mark is recommending that there should not be any changes, like maybe increasing it or bringing it lower. It should remain at 4. So if you're able to score up to 4 for your IELTS in all the courses, then you can use that result to apply for your healthcare worker visa, which they are recommending that they should not make any changes to it. But if you have your BSc, you do not have any issues with this, because you can convert your BSc to your NERIC certificate. Or if you have studied in the UK in the past and you have a degree from UK or you have a UK certificate, you don't need to worry about the IELTS score. But from their recommendation, they are saying they do not want the government to increase the IELTS score or to reduce it. The IELTS you will require for your UK visa is a UKVI Academy or UKVI General. Any of them will do, not just the normal IELTS that there is no UKVI. So if you're registering for your IELTS this year, ensure you register for the UKVI Academics or UKVI General. Any of them will do. Going to go to another good recommendation they have made. We recommend that workers who spend the full 5 years working in nursing or care roles on the health and care worker visa should either receive a complete settlement fee waiver or pay a lower fee that is not higher than the unit cost of processing. The cost of this recommendation should not be passed on to other visa fees. So they are recommending a lower visa fee for those who have been on the healthcare worker visa for up to 5 years. So the next recommendation they have made is that we recommend that there should be a review of all visa application fees more broadly to ensure that fees are affordable for people on middle and low incomes. So they are recommending that the government should reduce the fee so that it will enable everybody to pay for it when they want to pay for it, instead of keeping it so high that some people will not be able to afford it. This is another interesting one that I know that we have been looking for. Everybody has been waiting to hear the end date of the care worker visa. So I've got another very good recommendation, and for me, I know that the UK government will take this into action. The UK is a place that they take such recommendations very serious because they know that the health sector need more carers in the UK, especially from overseas. So this particular one is the one that I have been waiting for, and I know a lot of us have been waiting for this. So the next recommendation from what they have done, the MAC recommends that the decision to make care workers eligible for the health and care worker visa should be made permanent. So that is, should not have an automatic sunset date, which means that an end date. It should be made permanent. I think that the care worker visa has come to stay. To be honest, have been speculating this right from time. Have filmed a video about it. If you watch that video, you will hear when I mentioned it, because I know the health sector is a sector that always needs carers, that always need health workers to come to the UK to work. So if you are out there and you have been thinking that, oh, I haven't gotten a job, it's almost February, is this going to stop? Is this going to continue? Be calm. Just be rest assured that this is going to be permanent. Let's watch it. This is going to stay on the shortage occupation list from the look of things, because like I said, NHS have been striking off and on, and if NHS is striking off and on, I don't think that the government will say, okay, care workers, stop coming to the UK, because they need them. A lot of companies are still recruiting care workers from overseas. So from what it is, that it should be made permanent. This is a recommendation from MAC, and MAC is a big body, it's a big organization that reviews all of this, and I believe that the UK government will take it very serious. So another recommendation they may, we recommend that the government keep care workers on the shortage occupation list. Did you get that? I just said that even before reading this. I didn't know that was the next one. So I'm going to read it again, because me too, I'm also very excited about this, because I know I have a lot of viewers that have been thinking of relocating to the UK. Some have been applying for jobs for over 1 year. Some applied for few months and they were able to get a job. Some even got jobs from their first applications, and some applied to over 200 companies before they were able to get a job, and some are still waiting. So I am also very excited about this news. So I'm going to read that again. We recommend that the government keep care workers on the shortage occupation list, which is very good, until the next shortage occupation review is completed, when we will make a further recommendation. So for me, another 1 year to go. Hopefully, fingers crossed, let's believe that it's going to be on the list for as long as, I don't know. Then another recommendation they have made is that the MAC would encourage DHSC and the DAs to work with local authorities to support the development of the market for individuals to work with a care agency to sponsor a specific care worker. The last recommendation they made is the government could consider the introduction of a pilot umbrella scheme. Under the scheme, an umbrella body will be appointed to sponsor care workers from overseas, and people who can show their level of need requires live-in care would be able to directly recruit from the umbrella body. This is a very good news. From what it is, for those of you who are panicking, who have been worried about the UK government bringing this care worker visa to an end, this is just to let you know that it has not come to an end, and I don't think it's going to come to an end. Remember, I've always said this, especially even when you email me, you message me, I keep saying that I don't think it's going to come to an end. And you can see from the recommendations MAC have made, I believe the UK government is going to look into it. If it was something that was going to come to an end, they would have been talking about it even before now. But like we all know, the UK government has not officially said anything, and this review and the recommendation have been made, and I believe and I trust the UK government that they are going to put all of this into action. Trust me, I've been in the UK for the past 11 to 12 years, and I've seen how these things work. The UK government will not just say we don't want carers from overseas anymore. They have gotten this recommendation and they are going to look into it. And like I said, NHS has been striking back and forward, and I don't think that the UK government will just come up and say no more health and care worker visas. If you have been looking for jobs from overseas, please keep searching for jobs. Have shared a lot of videos on companies recruiting. Be positive. Get all your documents ready, so just in case you're able to get the job, you don't have to wait for anyone. I uploaded a video recently on your IELTS, your NARIC. If you don't have a BSc, make sure you start preparing for your IELTS. And after that video, a lot of my subscribers come back to me with good scores from their IELTS. So if you have not registered for your IELTS, this is the best time for you to do that. And bear in mind that the UK government has not officially said that the health and care worker visa should come to an end. So I believe this is a good news for you, and also for me it's also a good news, because I know I have a lot of viewers that really want to migrate to the UK through this route. So this has come to stay. For now, nothing has changed. So let's be hopeful, let's be positive, and don't kill that zeal. Keep searching for jobs, keep applying to companies, keep calling them, and one day I'm sure you will definitely get your good news just like others. So guys, we've actually come to the end of this video, and I hope you find this video helpful. And if you do and you're yet to subscribe to join our beautiful family, please do not forget to hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, also give this video a thumbs up, and also share with your loved ones, as I know someone may need it. So thank you very much for watching. Have a lovely day. Bye bye for now.